Look at that!
That's a good fish right there. The best part about what we're doing is it's so relatable. Anybody can come out here and catch these fish.
Who caught the bigger fish?
It's crazy, man. It's like you're having a bad day. People travel across the ocean and things like this just to get a better life. Hope all these people are okay.
Time to hit the beach. Woo-wee!
Honestly, wasn't expecting to find anything like this on the ocean side.
Welcome back to Life by the Bow. So right now, we're off to a great start.
Not yet. We're getting there. We just saw something though.
Yeah, so.
Which is a good sign.
We literally just got on the boat and we saw pilchards next to the boat. And if you guys have been watching, you know how long it can take us sometimes.
In summertime, it's actually really hard to find pilchards in the Keys.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask us, they're like, where are you guys finding the pilchards in the summertime? And the God honest truth is, we're not. Sometimes we find them and they literally just swam right underneath the boat and disappeared. So we're gonna work this area around here and see if we could get some first thing in the morning, because that's always a game changer. Live bait's always the game changer for the day. Oh, right here.
Oh.
Ooh, they're thick too.
They thicky?
All right, here we go. So that's a big thing that just completely messed up my throw right there, is I just threw into the wind. When you guys are throwing, you want to make sure to throw with the wind rather than into it, because that's going to mess up your throw. We got some bait. Nice. I'll take it, man. That's awesome.
Did you get a lot on that throw?
Yeah, I got a decent amount. I mean, that's enough to fish with. Some bait's better than no bait. Oh yeah. You want to make sure if you're throwing the net in a place where there's a lot of mangrove snappers, that you actually wait to throw out like any of the dead baits. Reason why is because the mangrove snappers will come up and they'll start eating the dead baits, and that'll spook the entire school of pilchards. So that's something to keep in mind. But here, there's no other fish around, so I could throw these ones out. I don't have to worry. But I don't know. I feel like we're pretty good on bait. What do you think?
I think
We just got to get unstuck.
Yeah.
What'd you do there?
I spilled coffee on my face.
And then you got stuck, huh?
Yeah. I wasn't looking.
Wouldn't be the first time we've gotten stuck. It's all part of the game. So since we're so close to the house, we just decided to come back and just clean off the boat here. And I figured I'd show you guys my process for hanging my nets, cleaning them and drying them out. Now, if we were out on the water somewhere, I would just stick this net back in the bucket and save this process until later. But I figured this is a perfect time to do it here. And what I do is I'll stretch the net out all the way to the horn. As you can see here, just like that, right? And then what I do is I take the net like this, and I'll just simply just tie it in a knot. And that's gonna prevent the net from collapsing when I hang it. And then I'll take all this line right here, I'll bunch it up, and then I'll throw it right over the top of this aluminum bar. Pull it up off the ground, tie it to the cleat, and then from here, I'll just shake and rinse the net, and then once it's clean, I'll dry it out, and then I'll just stick it right back in the bucket. Hanging your nets, drying them out is probably one of the biggest things, just because you don't want to pull that net back out, make it real stinky. It'll be as good as new again. All right, hopefully the next time we're at this dock, we have some fish to clean. Tell you what, that 250 show sounds good.
And we're ready to rumble! So, are we gonna go to Angler Eddie's?
Angler Eddie's.
I love it when Clay trusts me to get behind the wheel. It can be quite scary sometimes, especially when there's a slight chop and we're hopping around. I tend to love to get some water into the boat.
Stuck by the bow.
No, Stephanie.
You know we're coming to Angler Eddie's when you got drones flying around it. What's up, Eddie? I'm doing good, how are you? I appreciate that, thank you.
All right, so we just stopped at Angler Eddie's and we got our bait. We got some extra bait. We got some frozen shrimp.
We got both the Eddies over here.
Yeah, both Eddies here. And like I said, they'll bring your bait right out to you, so.
I think they only do that for us.
Do you guys only do that for us?
Yes.
Oh, so you don't bring the, so I don't want to like confuse them. So you
False
don't bring
advertising.
the bait? Yeah, they do. All right. That's right. All right, Eddie, well, you take care.
Oh, we got here for free?
What?
Love.
That's right. I was saying what good people you were earlier. For sure. And you got lots to give.
Eddie, I appreciate it. See ya.
Be safe, guys.
All right, bye, guys. Are you fishing here?
Catching dinner.
Is that what you're doing?
Big stabbers, you don't even have to put on a
Such great people, man. So hard to find people like that. Oh, look, that guy's on. He's on. Look what he got. Look, look.
Oh yeah.
Woo! Good job.
Nice job.
Yeah.
On hot dogs?
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious, man. Well, gotta go to Publix, get my bait now. Go get a pack of
Right?
hot dogs.
They should start selling
See
it
ya.
at the bait shop. Bye.
So we just made it here to our first patch reef, and basically what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be hopping to all these different patch reefs out here they have in Key Largo until we can find one that we find to be productive. Sometimes you can show up and boom, you hit it right on the money, and then other times you gotta hop around a little bit. So we're gonna put in that work, see what we can come up with. Just to give you guys an idea, we're in about 10 feet of water, and the reason why we chose the shallow patch reefs today is just because we're only about 3 miles offshore. Wind's blowing about 10, 15 knots, so if we were to go further out, just a little bit too much for this boat.
Yeah. Little too much for me too. Forget about the boat. Bouncing everywhere. No, no, no. Sicky, sicky, sicky.
What we're gonna do is literally what anybody can do. You can rent a boat, you can come right out off of Key Largo on a day like today, and we're gonna show you exactly how we patch reef fish here. So this right here is just like a little chum hoop. You ever notice at bait and tackle shops, they sell chum bags as well, but they also sell these if you go to the right shop. I know Angler Eddie's has these. And if you look, the mesh is really, really big around the hoop here. And the reason why I like that big mesh is just because it releases more chum. Those tiny little chum bags that have the small holes, once you get down to, I guess you could say, the end of the chum block, the chum just simply doesn't release. But with these bigger holes like this, that's really gonna help us to get that chum flowing. And as I drop this chum in the water, basically what's gonna happen is all that chum is gonna flow from the front of the patch reef, over the top, all the way to the back. So if you could imagine like aerodynamics on a car, whenever they're testing and they're blowing that smoke over the car, that chum essentially is gonna come up over the front of the patch reef, over the top, and then down off the back. So basically we're gonna be pulling all of these fish up to the boat. We have all different things we're gonna try today. We got the live baits that we caught this morning. We have some little dead blue crabs, even a couple live ones, mutton snapper, hogfish, love those. And then of course we got the dead shrimp. Everything eats a dead shrimp.
All right, so right now I'm using the 4500 Penn Slammer.
We typically use 5500s.
Yeah.
And a 5500 will work just fine, but we kind of brought out some specialized tackle for this today.
And we outfit it with 20-pound braid, and then I also tied an FG knot here, and I attached it to 30-pound leader, and then put a little split shot weight to just give our live bait, just bring it down a little bit.
Yeah, because we're in 10 feet of water, so we don't need much to get it down. And we especially don't want it down on the bottom because we don't want them to get hung up.
And then we're also using tournament circle hooks, but these are a little different. So these are new to us. They have like this little
It's like a
portion,
spline, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
What it does is it keeps your bait from sliding up the hook. Because if your bait slides up the hook, what happens is the bait can come right back around and then rehook itself.
Yeah.
So basically, if something comes up and eats the bait, and you go to set the hook, if that hook is dug down inside of the bait, basically you won't get a hook set. So what that little spline does, that keeps the bait from sliding down.
Okay, good to know. So
Something
you heard it
new
from Clay Coward himself.
So we'll see what happens with those. I've never tried those before.
Yeah, this is my first time with this, so I'm new to these.
And that's a 5/0 circle hook right there, tournament circle hook made by VMC. So as soon as we drop the chum, I mean, it's already going on right now. I want to say I'm even looking at a little mutton snapper, a bunch of yellowtails, like I'm sure there's grunts. You know, when you're fishing shallow like this in the summertime, basically your chances of catching a bigger fish are slim on the patch reefs. It can still happen, but one thing I can say is we're going to catch a ton of fish today, and we just got to wean through all the small ones to find some keepers. So Stephanie just closed a live well on me as I was about to grab a bait. And really what it is because she's scared. She knows I'm gonna catch more fish than her.
Listen, I don't have much to
Kind of like
prove.
when you're racing, like when you're a little kid and you're racing someone and you tried to push them over. That's what Stephanie did, she just pushed me over.
No. Listen, Clay.
I don't need to push you.
I don't need to explain myself anymore. Did you not see the last video? Woo! Oh, yeah.
She did catch the prize fish.
That's right.
Can't argue, but I gotta get my redemption.
All right, let's see.
All right, first cast using a live pilchard. Let's see what happens.
Woo! This is a grouper. Oh, and I got it out.
A gooper?
A grouper. I got it out. Ah, yeah, baby. Look at that. Nice little red.
That is a nice one. Do you need a de-hooker?
Yes, I do.
Well, you already got him in your hand.
How pretty that is.
Just go ahead and let him go back for right now. It's nice, good job.
That's another way to release a fish. All right, now we have our de-hookers out, but here's another way you can do. You can grab the hook with the pliers and just take it out of its mouth.
Come on. Oh, that's a baby mutton. Check that out. Gosh, we just need one, I don't know, I'd say double the size. We'd be in luck.
They gotta be 18 inches, right?
Yeah, that works though. I mean, I'll take it. That's a good fish right there. I mean, that's what you can kind of expect fishing these shallower patch reefs.
Yeah.
You're gonna catch smaller fish.
Yeah, but you can find some larger muttons.
Yeah, no, you can catch
here.
some big muttons on these patch reefs.
And here's a dehooker. The way that we use the dehookers is we just wrap the line under this circle portion, lift up, and it'll just release the fish. And honestly, this is what I prefer to release the fish because it does less harm to the fish. You're not handling the fish as much, and it's just like that.
Just like that.
That's a mutton.
You think?
Yeah. Did you not hear that?
Oh, yeah. You got a nice fish, Stephanie.
Hey.
Oh, you got a nice one. Let me get my bait out of the way. You got
It's
a
a
grouper.
grouper.
Nice grouper.
Woo, I got a black grouper. Look at that.
I know. He's not a keeper, but still. You're killing me right now. Beautiful, man.
It's a nice size little
Yeah,
grouper.
I think it's just so cool. I mean, we're not catching keeper fish, but the best part about what we're doing is it's so relatable. Anybody can come out here and catch these fish, and even though we can't keep him, grouper probably fight harder than any other bottom fish I could imagine. Muttons fight really hard too, but a grouper is very distinct. But that's it. Just come out here with some light spinning gear, 20-foot, 30-pound leader, 20-pound braid, pilchards, block of chum, anchor up current, and that's how we did it right there. Put him back nice and easy.
I'm on. I got on the ground in a rock.
Putting those real estate skills to the test.
Yeah, that's right. I started selling real estate because I got so used to catching it all the time. Oh, man. Woo!
Nice schoolmaster, look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look
Yeah,
at
that's
that.
a keeper right there.
Oh my goodness, Clay.
I mean, I can't be dang, that's a nice one. He's got some size to him, look at that.
Nice little schoolmaster,
Well, so far Stephanie's eating, not me.
right? Don't worry, babe. I know how to share. Let's measure him though. I want to see how big he is.
He's definitely.
I know, but I just like to see how big he is, so when you catch yours, we'll know
Let's see it.
who caught the bigger fish.
So this guy is 12 inches.
12 inches.
Good for you, Stephanie.
Yep, let's go ahead and spike them and put them in the cooler.
10-4. We're eating. We're eating tonight, baby. All right, time for me to get serious.
He got something. Woohoo! I'm on too.
Doubled up, baby.
Dang, it's in a rock. It's a grouper.
rock?
No, but I feel it shaking.
Okay. All right,
Here
we'll
we
shake
go.
out of the way so I can grab my schoolmaster. Nice. Oh, that's a keeper. All right, I'm on the board officially. Okay.
I got him. Oh, another schoolmaster.
Yeah.
How cool.
Doubled up on schoolmasters. Let's see. Whose is bigger?
He was in the rock.
Let me see.
Yours is bigger.
They're literally about the same size.
No, yours is bigger.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
so
throw mine
let's-
back.
Let's release yours. We'll keep mine.
Okay.
I really want to get in the water. Kind of done fishing, I'm not gonna lie.
It's noon. It's time to hit the beach. Woo-wee! Woo-wee!
I'll make you a deal. You let me hop in, look at the patch reefs for a couple minutes, then we'll go to a beach. How's that sound?
What are you gonna do in the patch reefs?
I don't know. If I see a hogfish, I'm gonna have to catch one first things first, but
Well, I mean, you haven't been catching anything all day, so what makes you think you're gonna catch a hogfish?
all right. Now, just because you said that, I'm going down with the yo-yo. All right, just wait. It's on, baby. It's on right now.
All right, you gotta put the pressure on.
You can keep your little schoolmasters. I'm gonna go get a hogfish.
Watch, those schoolmasters are the only thing you eat tonight, so I wouldn't be saying anything. Not yet.
All right, here we go. Got one.
Is he legal? He's borderline?
If he is, it's gonna be close. Just because I think he might be undersized, I want to be very delicate with him.
All right. Go ahead and bring him up. I was saying that one of the benefits to catching him on a yo-yo instead of spearfishing is that if he is undersized, you can just stick him back down.
Yep, very true.
You know? All right, let's see.
This would be 16 to the fork.
And he's short.
He's short. So if you look at a hogfish right here he's zeroed out. This would be maximum tail length. That's the fork. If I really wanted to stretch him, I could make him 16. But if a fish is close to the fork or maximum tail length, whatever you want to call it, it's just not worth it. I would suggest that that fish should be at least an inch, 2 inches over in order to keep him. But I'd rather not risk it. Throw him back, let him make some baby. See ya. All right, you win. We're going to a beach. I'm not sure what we got ahead of us right here, but we were just on the move and then we noticed this boat beached up here in the shallows. From afar, we assumed it was a Cuban raft, but it looks like a big boat as we get closer towards it. It's like someone had a bad day. Where in the world is that thing from? That is definitely not from the United States. Wow.
What are those tanks in the back?
That's a very good question.
That looks like a dive boat. Like, look, there's dive gear or something.
I'm curious about a lot based on no, that's the exhaust. I'm assuming it had 2 engines. So there's 2 exhausts coming out the top.
This is not a Cuban raft.
No. Not a Cuban raft, but this is definitely not from the United States. This is like an old, or who knows, maybe it could.
Look, they made a bilge pump. Look at there.
Wow. What do you think, Zach? Let's get inside of it. Let's do it. This is definitely some type of refugee boat. You could tell, look at all the clothes here and everything. Wow. This is wild. This is where they drive it from right here. It doesn't have a steering wheel though. Spooky. Let's keep on going around. This is wild. There's just so much stuff everywhere. That's the bilge right there. Huh. Yeah, so I'm assuming there was a whole group of people that came over from somewhere trying to make it to the US on this boat. To be honest, I feel like it's too big to be a Cuban raft. I think it's from some other country more than likely. It's crazy, man. It's like you're having a bad day, you're having a bad week. People travel across the ocean and things like this just to get a better life, or find a better life at that matter. Hope all these people are okay.
So as Clay and Zach were in the boat looking around, I was focused on this beach that's right over here that we're pulling up to.
I've never been to this island before.
Neither have I.
Ever.
It's really
I didn't even know
nice.
this existed. But it looks like there's a nice little beach on the backside of it right there.
It does, with some sand. We've got some duck birds.
Duck bird?
Got some duck friends.
Honestly wasn't expecting to find anything like this on the ocean side. It's not the best sand in the world, but it's definitely a cool little hangout spot. Looks like somebody built some type of little fort right there. And I'm digging it.
You know, Clay and I had a really nice time fishing. I know we're messing around saying we're competing, but really, we already won. You know, we are so happy and fortunate that we get to live in this place and be able to go out fishing whenever really we want. Whenever the weather's good, we can hop on a boat, and you know, that's the best part of living here in the Florida Keys. That's why we choose to live here, is because we enjoy this lifestyle and everything that it has to offer. If a little friendly competition, you know, gets Clay going, then that's all right, because I won. All right, I'm just kidding. When Stephanie talks, it's like a circle. Has no beginning and no end. It goes on forever.
Today. We definitely still had some fun. Probably end up doing some type of little appetizer with these schoolmasters here. But we got our 7-inch flex fillet knife right here. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do this fish all in one swipe. Gonna go ahead, make an incision, completely bypassing his stomach, and just go all the way down his backbone. Just like that. And that completely removes the fillet like that. Then we're just gonna get underneath the skin. We're gonna do another swipe. Boom. Just like that. Rinse off our table. Keep it nice and clean. Get rid of a little bit of the rib cage right here. That's where that flex really helps, because you can kind of bend the knife and get that curvature to help you work around bones and things of that nature. And then he's got another little line of bones right here in the middle, which are called pin bones. We remove that. That's good to go. Sweet.
So we caught a variety of fish, or should I say I caught a variety of fish, but we could only keep the schoolmaster. So this is pretty interesting for me, because this is gonna be the first time I try it. How about you, Clay?
Same exact thing.
So we are going to put together an Italian-inspired dish that's called fish crudo. And I saw when I was looking on the recipe, there's a few other ways to do it. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna drop the link of the recipe in the description below. And it's pretty simple, it takes about 10 minutes to do. It's a great appetizer, because we obviously don't have big enough fillets to cook dinner. And all you're gonna need is some, I chose mint, but it says you can choose whatever spice to garnish, yeah. And then lemon zest, some salt, olive oil, and that's pretty much it. And obviously your fish.
See what you can do.
Let's see. So I'm choosing to use our fillet knife only because I have found the knives that I use in the kitchen don't do well when they're cutting fish fillets. They're awesome on vegetables, but not.
It's nice to have the flex.
Yeah.
Be able to work around the bones and stuff like that.
Absolutely. And the thing is, we're trying to cut this as thin as possible. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna chop my lemon, and I'm gonna spread some lemon juice. It takes about a tablespoon. I'm probably gonna add more. And then I'll zest a little bit of lemon on top of it, put some olive oil, and then garnish it with mint, and that's it. It's simple as that.
How long do you let it sit for?
I'm gonna let it sit for 10 minutes.
To let that lemon kind of cook that meat a little bit?
Yeah. Personally, I prefer to wait longer. I mean, it's all really a preference. The recipe only calls for 12 minutes.
Let's wait like an hour.
Yeah,
let it really cook.
yeah, we'll wait an hour for it. All right, let's go ahead and try this.
How is it?
Really, really good. So good.
That is delicious.
And the mint, it just makes it so refreshing.
Yeah, I don't know if it has anything to do with the schoolmaster, but I definitely suggest the recipe. I mean, obviously the schoolmaster is good, but what I think is so cool about today is we caught the species we love to catch, like mutton snappers, groupers. But what's really cool is we did something that absolutely everybody can do. And it just kind of sheds some light on all the other species that you can catch, bring home, and cook, rather than those top species that everybody wants.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and I think like as a whole, the experience is really what I enjoy. Is like I'm going out with my husband, catching a fish, and then bringing it back here and cooking it and preparing it and actually nourishing my body with it. And
it's a cool process.
yeah, it's the whole thing. I just enjoy it all,
Yeah.
honestly.
And it's a beautiful thing that you guys are watching. So we want to thank you guys so much once again. But see you guys next week.
We'll see you guys.